Are you ready to turn your dreams into reality? Close your eyes and imagine. Night, silence, and you whisper two simple words, like a key to a hidden portal that connects your present with your dream. While you sleep, your subconscious mind begins to work, not chaotically, but purposefully, precisely, as if following a route laid out by intention. This technique, as simple as breathing but as powerful as ancient magic, begins to change your inner picture of the world. You wake up not just rested, but with the feeling that something has shifted, as if doors have opened where there was once only solid concrete. After all, life is not only about effort, struggle, and planning, but also about a deep merging with the flow, where desires meet opportunities. When inner chaos gives way to calm faith, everything changes. You look at those who seem to float through life and get everything, and suddenly you realize, it's not a coincidence, it's a mindset. Inner harmony, trust in the universe, quiet determination, that's what makes them magnetic to luck. Not because they are lucky, but because they have learned to hear their inner voice and respect it. We are all born for abundance, for creation, for a life full of meaning and joy. We have simply been re-educated, taught to be limited, but the time has come to regain our power. The secret is to reunite the conscious and the subconscious, so that each of your intentions is accompanied by a feeling of confidence that it is already being fulfilled. If you feel fear, know that it is not an enemy, it is a signal. It is time to change. Your brain, your cells, your body, everything responds to what you think about yourself. You are not static. Your genes are not a sentence, but a script that can be edited. Emotions change the chemistry of the blood, and thoughts create reality. Science confirms this. Both quantum physics and metaphysics have been talking about it for a long time. Even traditional medicine is beginning to recognize that everything starts in the mind. Imagine how your reality is being rebuilt, how cell by cell your body is becoming stronger, your heart calmer, your soul purer. Rewriting your thinking is the true alchemy of modernity. You can rewrite everything: your fears, your beliefs, your habits. And when you start repeating these two words before bed, filled with faith, gratitude, and love, a great work will begin inside you. Your soul will hear you. Your subconscious will believe you. And then the world, like a mirror, will begin to reflect your new truth. Relationships, money, health, success, these are not external rewards, but manifestations of inner harmony. It is easy to convince others, but convincing yourself is a real art. Calm your mind, take a deep breath, and say these words with faith: I am ready. Everything starts with this. Your own mind, especially its cunning and almost elusive subconscious part, holds all the answers, like an old chest locked with an invisible lock, the key to which is in your hands every night. The subconscious is like a super-powerful computer that continues to process data even when you are asleep. And if you learn to give it commands, calm, clear, confident, it will start working in your favor. Try telling your mind before bed to wake up at a certain time, and you will be amazed at how accurately it will fulfill your request. It seems crazy until you try it. Now think about sleep. You spend a third of your life in this strange state, but it is not wasted time. It is a phase of recharging, rebooting, and connecting with the deeper levels of consciousness. By denying yourself sleep, you deny yourself access to these invisible but powerful possibilities. At the same time, dreams are not random images, but messages, often encrypted, from your inner self. Surely you have had moments when an idea, a solution, or a feeling of happiness and enlightenment arose directly in your dream. This works because the subconscious does not sleep. It listens, observes, and analyzes. And it pays particular attention to the thoughts you have in your head just before you fall asleep. That is why it is so important to fill your mind with bright, inspiring images before going to sleep. Your dreams are not just fantasies. They are codes that your subconscious mind accepts for execution if you send them with faith and calmness. While you sleep, your body recovers and your mind works on your requests, forming the inner soil on which future events will sprout. At night, the hustle and bustle disappears, the noises of the day fade away, and during this magical time, it is especially important to switch from anxiety and expectations to gratitude and dreams. Do this every evening, and you will see how your inner landscape begins to change. But now let's get down to earth, to practice. This is not mysticism, but the art of consciousness. Not only modern thinkers have spoken about this, but also the greatest spiritual teachers. Neville Goddard spoke about the power of imagination, and Jesus taught, when you pray, believe that you have already received, and it will be yours. This means that it is important not just to think, but to feel, as if you already have what you desire. Don't watch your dream from afar, enter it, become a part of it. Imagine the house you dream of, not abstractly, but in detail, the smell of wood in the hallway, the sun on the terrace, the sound of your steps on the tiles. Feel joy, pride, satisfaction, as if this is already your reality. Your emotions are a command to the subconscious, your inner yes. And if you are still confused, do not worry. Start small. Take a notebook and, without embarrassment, make a list of everything you want in life. Allow yourself to want a lot. The universe is not poor. Rank your desires by importance, not to limit yourself, but to see the structure. And then, read, imagine, feel. Not just with your eyes, but with your heart. Dreaming of a job? Imagine the joy of recognition, a sense of usefulness, freedom. Dreaming of love? Feel the warmth nearby, support, a smile. Do this every evening, turning your sleep into a gateway to a new reality. Do not be afraid to dream. Fear is just a signal that you are standing on the border between the old and the new. Step over. Your mind is ready. Then imagine yourself experiencing all of this as if it is already happening right now. Not in the future, not someday, but right now, in this moment, in your reality. Even if you only have time to think about 2 or 3 of your goals before going to bed, that's enough. Your brain knows what is most important to you, even if you yourself forget about it during the day under the pressure of affairs, news, and worries. And now it's time to talk about those very 2 words that you must choose for yourself, as symbols, as access codes to your deepest desires. These words should not be random. They must hit the very heart of your dream. Let's say, if you dream of love, financial well-being and health, then choose, for example, love and wealth or health and success. Those combinations that create resonance, inspiration, anticipation inside you. Write them down in your notebook as if your life depended on it, because it does. These 2 words are your anchor, your personal formula for manifestation. Repeat them every night, like spells, like sacred mantras, silently or in a whisper, until you fall asleep. Let these words be the last thing you hear before you fall asleep. And after you have imagined your dreams in detail, as if you were already living them, and have said a silent prayer or gratitude, return to these words. Let them become a bridge between sleep and wakefulness, between dream and reality. Do this every night, without fail, and you will be surprised how your perception, your behavior, and then your life itself will begin to change. The main thing is to be consistent. Do not allow yourself to become discouraged and think in patterns such as, "This does not work for me," or "I must be somehow different." Understand that such thoughts are also a command to the subconscious. Your mind does not argue with you, it executes. If you tell yourself that you do not believe, you are already programming failure. That is why you must understand how the consciousness and subconscious work, why the technique works instantly for some, while for others the process takes longer. It is all about faith, regularity, and openness. Finally, listen to that very video, the link to which is in the description, not because something is being imposed on you, but because knowledge is the light that dispels the darkness of doubt. Give yourself a chance. Spend at least 5 minutes before going to bed to perform this internal ritual. Remember what you want, feel it in your body, say 2 of your words and fall asleep with them in your heart. This is not magic in the usual sense of the word, it is internal discipline, energy work, fine-tuning. Of course, this does not cancel out common sense, effort, labor, planning. But it gives you strength, a vector, an internal resource. It helps you stay on track when everyone around you is going astray. It gives you motivation when your mind wants to give up. It's like a lit candle when it's dark all around. So when the evening comes, don't miss this magical moment. Close your eyes. Imagine how tomorrow brings you another step towards your dream. Feel joy and confidence. Say your 2 words, "Think life," and fall asleep. Consistency is what leads to results. Yes, it may not come right away, but it will definitely come. The main thing is not to betray yourself, not to doubt the process. Do it again and again. Make it your habit. Let it be a part of you. Dream boldly. Act boldly. Believe sincerely. And thank generously. Because when you connect with your desires at the level of feeling, word, and dream, you stop just hoping. You start creating. And then the boundaries of what is possible really disappear. I would like to apologize in advance for any errors in the text or dubbing. I am just learning, and the language this channel is written in is not my native language. The dubbing is done using artificial intelligence. Please point out any errors so that I can correct them and improve the quality of the content. I would also be glad if you shared your thoughts on the topic. Your support in the comments really motivates me to continue looking for new interesting stories. Thank you for your understanding and participation. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you don't miss new stories.